Hello again, everyone. Saki here, and welcome back to another episode of Formula One 2021. And as you can see, we are ready for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, which is the fourth race in the season. Spain and Monaco were nothing to write home about for sure. We damaged our front wing a bit, had to get behind on fuel strategy, and just basically finished dead last in both of those. But we have actively pursued some research and development, and we got our secondary sponsor, Zenetto Wine, and all we have to do is basically answer 2 questions per race weekend to get the bonus. So that is easy. Let's take a look at our activities and see what our drivers are going to be doing up until the 3rd of June. So durability up 5% for only $5,000. That's a good deal. We'll do durability team meeting. A funded team event away. Very nice. Get 30 resource points. It costs us 20 grand, but everyone's morale goes up. And right now, some people are feeling pretty down. And, nice. Sponsor. Or we can do GeForce training and then get driver promotion filming. So do we want the team Acclaim up for 500 or driver up 100 and get racecraft and focus up for Nobuharu? I don't think we have the car to compete for the top 10 just yet, so I think our team Acclaim up for 500 is all set, and those are the events we are going to do before the race weekend. And we have $3.3 million to spend, and I'm looking at our facilities here, seeing who needs it the most. I believe we need our chassis to really come through. We're pushing like a dump truck, and the chassis balance may contribute to that. And if we can get some extra parts in, we can decrease the failure chances of these parts by 10%. Let's go ahead and put some money into that. And let's make sure that our aerodynamic parts come through as well. We'll spend $1.2 million on quality control for our aero. We'd also like to make sure that the durability of our stuff is good, so let's do improved materials for our energy store, a 7% discount there, 29% failure chance, and that's going to come after the Canadian Grand Prix, so we'll go ahead and do that. And for our front downforce, the front wing main flap for $550. Oh, the department capacity is reached. We can only do one part at a time. I gotcha. Then we are doing our rear wing outer strakes for 6 days, and we have a couple parts that are coming up within a few days. So let's hang on to these upgrade points then. And advanced time, powertrain department requested your attendance at today's meeting. So what does the powertrain want? We want to test an initiative to improve staff morale by reducing working hours slightly, giving them more scheduled time. I like that idea, but we don't have the resource points to spend to boost their morale. And if we decline, less time working will hurt productivity. Hopefully not too awful bad.
Thank you.
But we really had our hands tied there. All right, stators are in. Quality control, chassis and aero upgraded. We got our rear wing outer strakes. Nice.
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
Outstanding. So we are heading to Azerbaijan and hopefully a street course that is much better than Monaco was for us for sure. So practice 1 over. We got the race strategy set up. I'm halfway to the ERS and we're actually in 14th place. So that is pretty good based on our car performance, but P2 is going to be in the rain. So that's going to be a little bit interesting. So practice 2 was done in the rain, and as you can see, we were 0.2 faster than Nobuharu, and we got a lot of good data for our qualifying program. I think we're going to skip practice 3 and go straight to Q1, so maybe we can get out of the bottom. We will see. All right, 200 and 200, so 400 there. 1385 total on the resource points and development boosts applied. Let's see our reductions here. So our magnetic compound gets a 5% reduction. The improved energy store cells gets an 8% reduction. And another magnetic compound reduction. That's good. Engine power, the cylinder head, very expensive, bringing that cost right down. The front wing gurney flap, that'll be a nice cheap part to grab. And getting that magnetic compound even more. Oh, nice. The engine cover, getting that nice and light, and the roll damper. So some new parts to get some reduction on. 3 3/4 Acclaim, and the Team Acclaim is at 6 3/4 or so. Hopefully we can boost that up to 7 at the end of this race, but We have to do qualifying first. Well, I gave it everything I had and came up 3/10 short of our teammate, so didn't make it out of Q1, but I really enjoy this track. I'm looking forward to the race.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
Hey, here's our two questions.
Today?
Let's see. They pushed the car as hard as they could, and the car never faltered.
You won't be starting at the front of the pack. Are you worried?
It's a worry, but we'll make the best of it anyway.
Appreciate your time.
Always moving forward. I mean, there's only one place to go. Up.
A warm welcome to all of you watching at home to today's Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and a race that in its short history has already proven no stranger to drama. A fourth row start is just about as likely to give you a podium as a pole position would. And remember, in 2017 and 2018, both Lance Stroll and then Sergio Perez took surprise podiums here. The Baku City Circuit measures roughly 6 kilometers and is made up of 20 corners and 2 DRS zones. The circuit winds around the narrow city, through the old town, and even brushes against the city's medieval walls. However, as beautiful as the setting is, this track is also a ferocious technical challenge, where the smallest of mistakes could lead to catastrophic consequences for all of our drivers. And I'm joined once again by Anthony Davidson to bring you the lowdown for today's race. Can we begin by having a chat about Sergio Perez? That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Norris, Daniel Ricciardo, and Perez, Vettel, Gasly, Stroll, and Carlos Sainz, Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso, Kimi Raikkonen, and Giovinazzi. Leclerc, they've taken a grid penalty. Ocon, Nikita Mazepin, and Mick Schumacher. Latifi, the Tigress. Russell, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Nobuharu Matsushita. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
All right, the single strategy looks good. Starting on soft tires, 8 laps on the medium, so we're going to lap 5. 13 laps in the race, 14 in the tank. Looks all good to me. So let's start the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Pretty even start.
Okay, we're monitoring some wear on the ICE. Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
Which we don't need on these long straightaways. Ooh, side by side with Alonso. Yeah, we're not going to go 3 wide. We'll just get in the draft here. Ooh, pretty decent start for us, I would say. We made up a few positions. Oh, yellow flag behind us. Looks like the track got really closed up. We'll take a look at that on the replay. I don't know if I had anything to do with that. Maybe I squeezed someone or touched them in some way. It's settling in 16th behind Alonso and almost clear behind, so let's settle into the race and see what happens here. End of lap 1, riding in 16th. That little right-hander really throws me off, getting the car upset. I need to take that just a little bit better, but the rest of the track feels nice and solid. End of lap 2, under pressure for 17th from Ocon.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
We'll give him the spot and settle in here, see if we can press the attack further. Luckily, DRS is open for us and not for Ocon. Let's see if we can close that gap just a bit. Didn't feel like bonsaiing it into that corner.
The energy store is getting worn, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop.
Sort of a bonsai move. And it looks like our energy store is in trouble. So let's use what we can then. And I don't know if we're going to get DRS. No, it doesn't look like it. It could be the long pull or the tow we can get off of these cars in front, but I feel really competitive here. Like I could just reach out and touch these guys. Just have to find the right opportunity to do so. Our braking authority is pretty good. I think we can close up a lot of ground on our brakes. So we just need to set up for a straightaway. And try to keep as glued to Alonso as we can. Nice, DRS open. I don't know if Alonso got DRS as well, but we are hauling the mail. Looks like some are coming to pit road as well. Right on the rear bumper of Alonso. That curb upset the car, though. Really pushing everything we can out of these tires because we're coming this time to pit road. I don't know if everyone else is as well. I did see a Ferrari trying to do the undercut. All right, looking for pit road this time. Ooh, really loose on there. Hopefully we don't get run into, but I think we can make up a little bit of time. Might as well open the DRS on our way in. All right, pit limiter on. We'll be switching to the medium tires. Looks like others are on pit road as well. We'll see where we shake out in the grand scheme of things.
Exit now. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tires.
All right, rejoining the race behind Mazepin. DRS is open.
An incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
Ooh, Mazepin moved down the block, but we got him. All right, let's get some heat in these things. And start pressing the attack on Leclerc. And it is odd to see a Ferrari back here. Really pressing the attack on Leclerc there. And we'll complete that pass and get in behind our teammate. Hopefully DRS will be open. And we got a head of steam down this back straightaway. Yep, DRS is opening soon. And Matsushita coming to pit road. Yeah, and Leclerc is going to have DRS, I would say. He doesn't move, though. Using all of that ERS. There he goes to the inside.
Okay, catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tires.
Tried the crossover, got him. Almost pulled a slide job, short track style.
Okay, some information on Raikkonen. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
So opportunity to catch Raikkonen, perhaps? We'll definitely do what we can. I don't know if it's a top-end speed for Raikkonen, or is it a handling issue, or will he even come to pit road? That'd be handy. Oh, we gap Leclerc just a little bit. I don't know if he'll have DRS this time. But using all of that ERS up, that is for sure.
The car ahead is 3 seconds up on you. We're leading our teammate by 17.8 seconds.
So Nobuharu not having the run that we are. And it doesn't look like Raikkonen pitted, so we are trying to chase him down, doing what we can. So we gap Leclerc just a little bit in that last sector. And oh, nice, side by side in front of us. That's going to help us out a ton. Come on, guys, I need you to go side by side again.
The turbocharger is on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum.
Well, we have to complete this race, Jeff. I can't help the miles. Whew. So side by side in front of us, Leclerc has DRS, so do we. That's going to get really busy around Ocon. Look to the inside, good to go.
Nice work, that brings you up a place.
Really like that straight line speed that we had. Oh, we don't have the grip authority at all to get off that corner fast, losing 2 spots. But we got DRS. Schumacher's trying to make the move. We'll go to the inside, 3 wide, down to the bottom. Oh, got the 2 for done, but into us for sure. Beating and banging. Schumacher goes for that inside. Oh, wow, Ocon dove it into Schumacher as well.
Remaining.
And 1 lap left to go. Whew. Made it through there fine. We just really have to take care of these front tires. They are gone for sure. Have to keep these Williams behind us. Okay, easy does it. And Lewis Hamilton does take the win, and we are fighting for our lives back here in 17th. We'll see if we can get the drive off, keep those cars behind us as best we can. Front tires are shot, had to go wide, couldn't carry the speed at all. And I have a feeling if George gets around us, then he's going to leave us as well. We just don't have any turning authority. Yeah, had to roll out, kind of squeeze George up. Do we have ERS? Yes, we got DRS down to the inside. DRS open. And we'll have enough ERS to get George at the line for a P18. So it's not a P22, thankfully, and that is the hardest fought 18th place I've ever done. Man. Yes, driver of the day, that is what I'm talking about. I really enjoyed Azerbaijan. I'm looking forward to coming back with a better
And so
car
ends another
for sure.
Azerbaijan Grand Prix, a fascinating race and a well-deserved victory. Anthony Davidson, How do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes.
And a familiar looking podium as to real life. Lewis on the top step, Max Verstappen in second, and Valtteri Bottas in third. Maybe one day we'll be up there, but we have a lot of more work to do on the car, but I think we had a good day today, which will help us improve our car over the long term, that's for sure. So let's take a look at the replay of that start and what exactly happened to get everyone bottlenecked up. Guess who spun? I'll give you 3 guesses, but you're only going to need 1. Yeah, a little into Mazepin over the bumps. He was unstable to our inside, and old Mazepin got turned completely sideways, blocking our teammate, unfortunately. But what can you do? Austin powered that thing. And racing down the final straight, George is in front of us. We get the pole. DRS will be open, and a drag race side by side. We get the final pole, and that is what we needed to secure our place. Overall, a very fun race, enjoyable indeed. And with that, we moved just into driver Acclaim 4. Matsushita hanging around 6, but our team Acclaim jumped up to 7 as well. Outstanding. We got our bonus. Unfortunately, a little bit of damage for both us and Matsushita. So a little bit of money, but 2.15 million after the weekend. Can't complain. And that will set us up nicely for the Canadian Grand Prix in 3 days. So we go from Azerbaijan on Monday to Canada on Thursday. A very quick turnaround. No wonder those parts are not going to be done in time. But Canada's a place that I'm familiar with as well. Got to race it in several racing games, so hopefully a good result from us. We'll see what our car can do next time, but that will do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you for the next F1 2021 video. Take care.